Hi everyone, it's Coach Bobby Jo Stahl here. I'm the instructor for Exercise Science 182 Volleyball, sections A through D, and I'm here to welcome you guys to the class, welcome you to the semester, and explain a little bit about the class in general, what to expect, go over the syllabi, and go over week 1 assignment. So first of all, again, I'm Coach Bob Jo Stahl. I'm the head women's volleyball coach at San Diego Mesa College. I'm the instructor of record for this class, and I look forward to getting to know those of you that I don't already know. So hello. Couple things. Let's first go ahead and go over the syllabi to start. This is what we would do at the beginning of any semester. So hopefully you guys already have seen it and maybe browsed through it on Canvas, and the rest of the information will be there week to week as we move along. So here's the syllabi. Again, this is Exercise Science 182A through D. We're located on the web. Oh, that says WED. We're gonna have to fix that. This is a 1-unit class. I do have office hours, so I will make myself available every Tuesday for the entire semester from 1 to 2:30 p.m. or by appointment if that doesn't work for you. This is my direct cell phone, so if you need to call me or text me or ask any questions, this would be the best way to reach me. Otherwise, you can send an email and I should be able to answer any questions you have. If this is your first time taking the class, you should be enrolled in 182A. And if you have already taken it, you should be in B, and then C, and then D, and then so on. So your prereqs are whatever class that you took prior to the one that you're in now, if you've already taken it before. This goes over the objectives. Obviously, attendance is more participation, more about participation than it is about your physical attendance, because obviously we're not meeting on campus. This is just a little bit of some standard campus expectations when it comes to your code of conduct. The part that you guys are probably most interested in is how you will be evaluated. You will be getting 470 points in the class for the semester. And again, this is what your grade will be based on how well you score. There's going to be a combination of assignments that, again, we will cover week to week. There is no extra credit during quarantine, so just as long as you submit all your assignments, you shouldn't have any problem getting a good grade in the class. And again, method of instruction is going to be, are going to include but not be limited to audio, visual, and text, lecture on skill analysis, offensive and defensive systems and strategies, teamwork and safety, etc. Here's some important information about deadlines that are not just applicable for our class, but for all of your classes. So this is here for your reference, the syllabi. And that's pretty much it. If you want to go through it verbatim, you're welcome to do so. It's available on Canvas. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to have a weekly schedule for you guys. It's also going to be posted along with the syllabi on the syllabi page. It's going to say week 1, we're doing XYZ, week 2, so on and so forth. So keep a lookout for that schedule so that you have something in front of you that you can print out and kind of check off those things as you go. And of course, everything's going to be in Canvas as well. So now we're going to get into week 1. By the end of this afternoon, you're going to receive a quiz that will be due the following Thursday, and it's going to be about the history of volleyball. Alrighty, so this is kind of a description. There's a link to something to read, and a few questions that are just general volleyball knowledge. Most of you should know those answers. If you have any questions, you can either Google it or you can, again, call me or send a message or an email, and we can help you find the answer to that question. All right, so just read over the basics, the history of the game. Some of you might know some of these things. Some of you, it might be brand new information, so have fun with it. And the other thing that we're going to talk about today are legends of the game. So those of you that are already volleyball players might have heard of some of these people on this list, but I thought it was kind of important for everybody because so many of our legends in our game of volleyball are people that we may not know as well. Obviously, volleyball is not as popular in the media like basketball players or football players. So I thought it would just be fun to go over some of the top 35 players of all time and talk about them a little bit. Some of them are right here in your backyard in either San Diego or Southern California area. We're obviously just kind of the ultimate center for great volleyball and great volleyball players. This is a blog from Coach Ray. They do a really job, have a lot of great resources on here. So if you ever just are bored and you want to look at some cool information about exercising, about the mental game, about nutrition, there's a lot of great things on this website, and I'll be using some stuff from here along with some other resources, along with some material that we come up with ourselves. So we're going to go and dive right into it. Obviously, this isn't an official list of anything. This is just someone's opinion, but just kind of wanted to go over the who's who of the volleyball world for those of you that don't know, or for those of you that should know. So obviously, Karch Karai, he's at the top of the mountain. Three-time Olympic gold medalist, awesome indoor and beach player. He really is the Babe Ruth of our sport. He's now the women's head coach for the USA volleyball program. He's an amazing guy to represent volleyball for us on a global level, so we love Karch. Missy May, you guys should probably know her and have heard of her. She actually coached at the community college level for years at Long Beach Community College, and we've played them again for the last few years, so we've gotten to meet her. And she's been really kind and really amazing to get to know. Carrie Walsh, obviously, was her beach partner, still at it. She's probably one of the longest standing beach volleyball female players to ever play the game. St. John Smith, he's run some beach camps currently here in Southern California. Logan Tom, she was a standout at Stanford. She played professionally. She was on the U.S. indoor team for many, many years and was a silver medal winner in 2008. You guys know Phil Dahlhauser, probably. He's currently still on TV. He's a really tall guy. Holly McPeak, again, one of the best beach players to ever play the game. Steve Timmons, he's a local guy. He lives in San Diego. He's an absolute legend. Him and Karch Karai were kind of partners in crime for much of their career. And again, one of the best players to play the game. We'll go ahead and go to Paula Weisoff. She was one of the best female players to ever play the game, and she's a very prominent coach up in Orange County. She is the head coach at Concordia University. Irvine, amazing coach, amazing player. We won't go through every single person, but Liz Mazakayan, she's our person who frequents San Diego and did a lot of her beach training at Mission Beach, where many of you play, so that's kind of neat. We'll kind of keep going down the list here. Todd Rogers, he's the man. He's currently the head coach at Cal State San Luis Obispo. He runs the beach program there. And we've actually had 2 players from Mesa go and play for him and his program, so that's kind of exciting. But 2008 beach Olympic gold medalist, ranked 4th in the world in all-time international wins, so kind of a big deal. Carolyn Kirby, she's not from here, but she currently lives here in the area, and she's been a coach around town, one of the best indoor and beach players to ever play the game. And she held a pro beach record for victories until Holly McPeak passed her. So she was kind of the OG back in the 80s and 90s when beach was up and coming. Keep going down the list. There's a lot of great people here. Pat Powers, he's a local guy. Encinitas, he runs Moonlight Crashers, which is a volleyball club, and he's kind of an all-time legend from back in the day. He played in the early 80s before you guys were born. Actually, that's even before I was born in 84, so kind of cool. A lot of other great names here and people to talk about and look up. Mary Jo Pepler, she's really old school. She played in the 60s, and she's actually was Carolyn Kirby's mentor. But she's a great coach, a great volleyball mind. She really helped to revolutionize the game for many, many years, and is still active, even just at the local level, teaching kids the game. But she really has, probably of anybody I've ever met, the most amount of years of knowledge and a great perspective of how the game has evolved for so long, since the 60s, literally 50 to 60 years ago. She is when she started playing, and she's still at it today. So that's pretty cool. And here at the bottom of the list, but at the top of many of ours, Eric Sato, he's a local guy. Many of you know who he is. He played in the 88 Olympics and got a gold medal, bronze medal in 92. Played with Karch, played with Steve Timmons. He's a great coach right now in the county, and just really huge volleyball advocate, and actually comes to a lot of our games at Mesa and supports us and I think just volleyball in general in the entire area. So great guy, some great legends on this list, many of which, again, live right in our backyards. But it's kind of cool to just know who those people are and give them kind of the credit that they deserve. So that's pretty much it for this week in Exercise Science 182 Volleyball. Review the syllabi, look out for the weekly schedule, take your quiz on the history of volleyball, and hopefully you enjoyed a little presentation of the legends of our game of volleyball. All right, we'll see you next week. Have a great rest of your weekend and see you soon.